So every time you use Claude, you are probably repeating yourself, your preferences, your processes, how you like things done. So what if I could teach Claude once and just have it like just know what to do? That's exactly what skills are. Anthropic just published a complete guide on building them, and I'm going to break down everything you need to know in the next couple of minutes. A skill is just a folder. At a minimum, it has one file, and that's the skills.md file. It's just a markdown file with a YAML front matter at the top that tells Claude what the skill does and when to activate it. You can also include scripts, reference docs, templates, but the skill.md is all you need to get started. The clever part is how Claude uses them. There's a three-level progressive disclosure system for this. The front matter is always in Claude's context. It's also lightweight. It's enough for Claude to decide if the skill is relevant. And if it is, the full instructions load. It's that simple. And if those instructions reference additional files, Claude just pulls them in only when needed. This keeps things fast and token efficient. The guide lays out three main categories of skills. First, document and asset creation, think consistent designs, formatted reports, presentation that follow your brand guidelines. This uses Claude built-in capabilities and no external tools needed. Second, workflow automation, multi-step processes with validation at each stage. The skill creator skill itself, it's an example. It walks you through building a skill step by step. Third, and lastly, and this is where it gets really powerful, it's MCP enhancement. If you connected Cloud to external services through MCP, like, I don't know, Notion, Linear, Slack, whatever, skills add the workflow intelligence on top. The guide uses a great analogy. MCP gives you the kitchen, skills give you the recipe. So the big question here is, how do you build a skill? So start with use cases, not coding. Define two or three concrete things you want the skill to do, then write your skill file. The YAML front matter is the most important part, specifically the description field. It needs to tell Claude both what the skill does and especially when to use it, including trigger phrases that match how users actually talk. A bad description says help with projects or whatever. And a good description actually says manages linear project workflows, including sprint planning, task creation, and status tracking for saying something. Use when user mentions sprint, linear tasks, or project planning. So do you spot the difference there between good and wrong? Specific trigger phrases make or break whether your skill actually activates. So for instructions, the guide recommends being explicit and actionable. And here's a pro tip for you guys. For critical validations, use actual script instead of just language instructions. Code is deterministic. Language interpretation isn't. And what about testing? So for testing, I suggest focusing on three areas. Does it trigger when it should? Does it produce the correct outputs? And does it actually improve over baseline? The guide suggests iterating on one hard task until it works, then extracting that into a skill. The guide also covers five workflow patterns that early adapters have found effective, like sequential orchestration for step by step processes, multi MCP coordination when you're spanning services, iterative refinement for quality sensitive outputs, context aware tool selection, and domain specific intelligence for embedding expert knowledge. The bottom line, if you're doing anything repeatable with Claude, skills will save you time and give you better results. You can build your first one in about 15 to 30 minutes using the skill creator. The full guide is linked below. Give it a read, build something, and let me know how it goes.